Hey guys, it's Lauren Francis Green here, and I am so excited because today we're going to be working with REKDEN's brand new Pastel Demi-Permanent line by Shades EQ. I'm so excited to do it today. We're going to walk you through the entire process. I'm going to go over with you some of my own formulations so that you can try them on your own clients. Let's check it out. So the first thing you're going to notice is she has extremely light hair. She's already been pre-lightened. So we are just flat ironing her out, getting her nice and smooth to prepare her for the application. She's got some really light hair, so this is going to be really fun to work with. Anywhere that the hair has a little bit of yellow in it or it's not completely white, you're going to see a little bit of variation of color. The hair has to be completely pre-lightened before you start to apply these pastel colors. So first I started off with a haircut just to make sure it was nice and clean at the bottom so that our end result is going to look nice and polished. So I'm starting out here by washing her out, and I'm using Davines shampoo and conditioner. And I'm just gonna wash her out, and then I'm going to pre-tone her, so that way when I put the pastel on, it's gonna be as true to tone as possible. And we're gonna start off by washing her with a purple shampoo. And that's going to give me a good idea on how quick her porous ends are going to grab. I did notice that when she came in, she had some pretty porous ends, so I wasn't sure how quickly that was going to grab the toner, and the last thing I want is for it to go too ashy. So the purple shampoo kind of helps give me an idea. So here's Julie mixing up our pre-toning formula, and what we ended up doing was 20 grams of clear and 5 grams of 9V. Okay, so see how these ends are so ashy after just doing the purple shampoo? So I'm going to just focus the toner right in this area because that's where she has like a little bit more yellow. So we're just trying to even it out as much as possible. And I'm going to put Olaplex number 2 on her ends so that it doesn't run into the ends. And here's a nice little close-up for you so you can see how well the toner is working. So it's nice and ashy, almost as ashy as we got it on the end. So that's going to give us a really nice even canvas for putting the pastel on. So we are going to completely dry her hair first before we put these pastel colors on, just to give it the best chance of lasting. And I decided not to do a bleach and tone or any kind of lightening on her, just because I think we all know that if we have perfectly white bleach and tone hair, anything is going to show up amazing. So I kind of really wanted to test this out just to see what it's going to look like if we have some inconsistencies, if we have a little bit of the natural in there. Okay, so we're shooting for this swatch here. This was done on white hair. I used these pivot point swatches. and they're awesome for testing out the different colors. This is the color that I like the best, but keep in mind if you have any yellow in the hair, that's going to contribute to the end result. So if there's any yellow in the hair, you might see a little bit more of like a tealy look, because yellow mixed with blue, you're going to get a little bit of green. So we're going to stick with mostly blue, and wherever we see yellow, it might have a little bit of teal in there, but mostly we want it to look like this. So I created this by doing 8 grams of clear, 3 grams of blue, and 1 gram of green. So I'm just going to kind of double that or triple that formula so we have enough to do the whole head with. So we began by applying everything to the root first, because the ends are so porous, so we knew that if we put it all over, the ends would process way too quickly and just get a little bit too dull. So we started to do the roots first, just to make sure that we can process everything as evenly as possible. And we had such a fun time doing this together, you guys. This is my best friend, Julie. She works in a salon not too far from me. She has her own studio as well. And we just had a blast doing this together. We're such good friends, and we have such a good time doing hair together. I encourage you, if you ever feel uninspired, or if you feel like you're just doing the same thing all the time and you just want to, you know, do something fun and not worry about like getting paid for a service, I really encourage you, grab a friend, get a model, and just have fun doing something that you feel like doing. So I haven't done any pastels or any fun colors in like a year, so I was really excited that I got this opportunity. And all this product was provided to me by REKDEN, complimentary, and I'm so appreciative, and I really, really love the product. Look how smoothly it goes on. That is the one thing that I've always loved about Shades EQ. So when they came out with the pastel line, naturally I was stoked, and it lives up to everything that we already love about Shades EQ. It spreads really well, it's very translucent, it really cancels out some unwanted pigments, it looks extremely vibrant when it's done, and it's also just very conditioning and gentle on the hair. It's so wonderful. And also, this is supposed to fade really, really well. You may get a lot more washes out of it than if you were to do like a normal semi-permanent color. And also, one thing to note, you can see the color changing as we are applying it. But one thing to note is that it's going to look extremely dark, of a soft kiss of color, very rather than, you know, a very vivid pastel. So it's going to be a lot. That's what we're going for. But more, you know, we're a little nervous about that. Do not be afraid. But this is what we're doing. We're trying to like figure out what the product's like and stuff. But don't be afraid. It's going to process very, very dark. But wait till you see the end result. It's actually awesome. And now while I'm finishing with the rest of the color, Julie is kind of combing everything down just because it looks really pretty when it's processing. And I just like to do this too because it makes it look very clean instead of just like kind of all clumpy everywhere. And we're starting to kind of drag it down into the ends, but not fully saturating the ends yet. Okay, so we've been processing this for about 40 minutes. We left her ends out because they are pretty porous, so we want to make sure that they don't grab quite as quickly. We wanted to make sure this is going to process a little longer. So now we're going to go ahead and use that same formula, and we're just going to squirt it on in the bowl. Look at how beautiful that color is already, you guys. It is so beautiful, just deep, clear blue. I am just so excited about the way it's processing. It just looks amazing. The one really awesome thing that I noticed about this product too is that it doesn't stain the skin. I can't tell you how often that I have done vivid pastel colors, and it's so hard for me to take photos after because the scalp is stained so badly. And you know, you don't want to scrub it too hard to wash it because you want to kind of get as much longevity out of the color as possible. So also make sure that when you're washing this out, you do it with cold water, just because it's just a nice preventative care to make sure that the color lasts as long as possible. And we did do a light shampoo and condition. So here we are blow drying it, and it already looks so freaking cool. It definitely turned out more on the tealy side, and that is for sure because of the previous yellow in the hair in some areas. But this is like really, really bad lighting, and it still looks very, very cool. It's so like soft and muted. I love it. It looks very silvery too. That's because we added some of that silver green into it. And outside, this is just in natural lighting. This is the best lighting, and it looks so amazing. It's so vibrant. It blends so well into her natural root color. We just put it over everything, and it blended so well. You can see how the ends are a little bit lighter, and you have a little bit of depth near the root, And that's all just by using the same formula and manipulating the application. Julie and I had an absolute blast creating this video. Make sure to follow my friend Julie at Hair by Juliana Grimmett. She's amazing. And me at Lauren Francis Hair on Instagram. Thank you so much, Redken, for letting us play with the new pastels. If you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a thumbs up for me, and make sure to comment and let me know if you have any requests. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will see you soon.